Going live on Facebook.
Okay. Here. Are you live?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I'm live here, so we good to go?
No, not yet. I don't see us yet.
I'm on mine. You have to refresh the page a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on your folks.
Facebook can hear me on my end. I know that.
At Facebook. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are up.
Okay, there we go.
Hey, hi everybody.
Hey, we got it. Technology's working. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back here to the GospelStation.com Sports and Talk. It's the game plan live on this Monday evening, 4 o'clock p.m. Central Time. We're here in Oklahoma City. Luke Young, Mike Gannon. This is kind of a half game plan, half winter recap. We're kind of doing it both ways, seeing how this shakes out here. But first, Mike, how you been, man? It's been a while since I've been in studio.
Yeah, I know. We had a very, very busy winter.
Yeah, very busy winter.
We were busy. We were working.
More than a busy winter at some points.
Yeah.
And it's going to be more than a busy spring at other points.
Yes.
Hey, that's why we're here, though, is to recap it. So you and I on these first segments, we're going to talk about basketball. We'll stick with Bethany High School because there's a lot to talk about, obviously.
Yeah.
Some official news and some things we can actually go on air and finally talk about.
Yes. So, we finally got confirmations.
Yeah. Would you want to start with women or men first?
Let's start with the. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of news for both.
Yeah. Let's start with the women first.
Okay, we can start with women. So, the Bethany High School girls team just barely missed out on the state tournament this year.
Yeah.
They were area runner-up. They lost in the very final round against Weatherford, who just had our number this year.
Yes, they did.
For the more important games, at least, they just had our number. So they didn't make it to state. Now, the state bracket on the women's side was Lincoln Christian the whole way. They beat Kingfisher, they beat McLeod, they beat Douglas 4, 5, and 6.
It was Lincoln Christian's year.
Oh yeah, no one was slowing them down. And we didn't really expect anybody to. So if Bethany had got in, their first game would have been against number 3 Locust Grove, which isn't a much easier by any means pull. But yeah, just no one was stopping Lincoln Christian. I mean, 53-32 over the number 6 team, 68-26 over the number 4 team, 57-44 over the number 5 team.
Yeah.
Like, no one came close to them.
Yeah.
Now, you give credit to Douglas. Douglas High School had a pair of state runners-up in the women's and the men's side.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that more later because they honestly kind of surprised me for how deep they went. But, yeah, for Bethany, tough into a season, but they're graduating a lot of good players. We talked about those on Coach's Show in the past.
Yeah.
But I know you and I both kind of agree. We don't think they're going to take so far a step back, if that makes sense.
No, we before the season started, we had talked about how many they had graduated the year before, and I think they were a year ahead of schedule. They overperformed by getting all the way to the area final game. If they had been what we all thought they would have probably lost in the first round of the area level. They would have lost then, but they survived and they pushed through and they got all the way to the final game. It was a three in a row situation, and they made it all the way through all 3 games and lost in the 3rd game. So they overperformed. There's nothing to be ashamed about them, especially as young as they are, relative to the other teams that they played against this year.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. Everybody was like, okay, they're going to be the better of the two, but they're still not going to be, back to the state championship, right? They're not going to follow up on that streak. And they didn't, but they had a good year nonetheless. Like, Bergier had a stellar year. Yeah. Lynn had a stellar year. Everyone, top to bottom, Calderon, Harris, McNutt, they all had great years.
The sisters were just dynamite when they played to play with each other.
Yes, and it's just kind of going to keep happening like that for the WMC. But it's going to keep happening with a new head coach. That was the big news we've been alluding to. So officially, head coach Eric Saylor has stepped down as coach of the women's basketball program. I guess it was, when was that officially announced? It would have been last
Thursday
or Friday?
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's about right. I can go through and try to find the exact post real quick while we're talking about it. But yeah, 30 years of coaching. I think he spent 9 at Bethany.
Yeah, I believe that's correct.
Yeah, he's been there a long time. He's brought a lot of success to the program for sure. But yeah, it's tough to see him go because as limited as I am, at will to talk about it, I know he is kind of sad he has to go, but he feels it's the right time. Nothing on the court, stuff off the court had influenced his decision, as best as I can tell. Said, here, I've got it pulled up. It says, after 30 years, he's decided to pass the torch to the next leader of the program while continuing to serve students as a physical education teacher at the elementary school.
Okay.
So you can see he's staying in the program. He's staying with Bethany. He's not going who knows where. He does want to stick around. I think he just feels his time as a coach here is over.
Yeah.
Which it is sad. It is sad because the post actually absolutely says it right. Since joining in 2017, Coach Taylor transformed the girls basketball program into one of the premier programs in Oklahoma, and he really had.
Yeah.
Back-to-back state championships, state coach of the year twice, many players playing at the next level. Like it's hard to improve upon a career like that. So.
And the next level is not just Division II, but it's also Division I.
Oh yeah,
he's got a couple of Division I's in there. So yeah, he has been a success.
He is, by the way, has an alumni that's playing in the national tournament on the women's side, by the way.
That's good.
Yeah, so not just, the small schools, not around, the big ones.
Well, Division II, that's like OBU's Division II, and Langston's Division II, and a few others are, Division II level. So, and it's nothing to sneeze at. OCU's Division II, and their Air Force, they're really good. So,
yes.
But the fact that he actually through a 4A school got people at Division I level, NIL level, that's impressive.
Very, very impressive. And so with him moving on, it's like, okay, he's going, the seniors are graduating, but you've got a lot of talent coming up. Yep. You've talked about the sisters for some of them, the Bibbs, the McNutts, but you got some really good freshmen coming up, and I've heard a lot about their middle school program, that they've got a lot of ballers in middle school. The question is just who steps in to lead them now. Yeah. One of the assistants, they bring someone in. I mean, if you were the one making the decision, where would you think you would look first? I don't know.
I wouldn't default just to in-house. I would also interview a few from other schools that are looking to move up, and then just take the best candidate then. But I wouldn't automatically default. In my opinion, I would not automatically default to in-house.
That makes sense. Like I said, I don't know anything about this process. This is above my pay grade. I don't make that choice. But it is interesting because, it's not like college. Like, I don't know who's looking for a job right now, who's going to be on the market. So for when they make that hire, it could be someone we'd heard of. It can be no one we'd ever heard of before. Complete surprise.
Yes.
But they're inheriting a killer program. That's for sure.
Yes, they are.
Now, then the question is, next year with the first-year head coach, assuming, for the program, how far do they make it in the season? And I don't mean it like obviously not as a point against anybody. I think it might take a year. It might take a year or two.
It might. If it's in-house and everything goes right, I could see them getting as far as they did, maybe making it to state next year. If they bring in a new person, they might take a step back and maybe just get to area and lose in the first game of area, which would be nothing. Which would be no shame on that, because it's a transition year. You're gonna take a step back, and then the following year you take 3 steps forward and maybe make it all the way to the state title game.
Because that's when you would have both middle school classes coming up.
Yeah. So it just based on the way sports has gone in the 21st century, you basically got 2 scenarios. And as I said, I'm not expecting a collapse. I'm not expecting a fall off the cliff situation with Bethany. They've got it cooking so well now through what the coach was able to pull off in his last 10 years, this last decade. I think they're going to be fine.
I'd agree with you. Yeah, I can see it because they got one more year per year at least.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
if she sticks around, you can almost write them in for an area appearance,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
No, but yeah, I'm right there with you. It'll be interesting to keep an eye on that when we have the news. Of course, we'll let everybody know. But yeah, I mean, it's got to be some big shoes to fill.
Yeah, will be.
I mean, yeah, I don't know how you'd even begin to approach that. But
There's a reason why no matter what profession you're in, coaching, entertainment, corporate America, when a highly successful person moves on, it's everybody just looks around the room and goes, "Okay, now what?"
yeah. Who's up next on the chopping block?
Yep.
Hey, well, it was again a good year for them. They finished top of the class. I think they finished number 8 in the rankings.
Yep.
Area finals appearance, just barely missed. Right, so they can't.
And it was a year that Lincoln Christian was just not going to be stopped.
Yeah, it was Lincoln Christian's year. So yeah, all things considered, successful season.
Yeah.
So. And we got our one more with Coach Taylor before he officially stepped down as head coach, which that was good.
Yeah.
That was good. That's still live, by the way, on Facebook if you want to go see it. On segment number 2, we're going to switch this to the men's basketball side. We got some conversations there. And then depending on how long that lasts, we might go into some of the other sports, swimming and indoor track and field. We'll see how it plays out. But hey, this is the winter recap episode of the game plan, I guess we'll call it. I don't really know titles.
Yep.
But anyways, Luke Young and Mike Gannon here in the studio in Oklahoma City, chatting it up, talking about all this stuff. Thanks for watching. We're on the gospelstation.com sports and talk, and we'll be back after this commercial break. I'm playing commercials now, so I got to remember to go.
Say aloha to your new favorite shaved ice and coffee shop, Aloha Shaved Ice. On the corner of Northwest 39th Expressway and Council. Aloha brings the summer vibes no matter what the weather looks like outside. Their year-round shaved ice means you get to enjoy classic flavors like grape, strawberry, and cotton candy, while their extensive selection of coffee complements that chill flavor perfectly. Looking for something different? Aloha has specialty drinks for days. Try the Banana Split, Fuzzy Monkey, Spider-Man, or Shrek. And trust us when we say that's only a small part of their specialty lineup. Sharp-eyed visitors may also notice Aloha's local support and drinks like the Bethany Broncos, SNU Crimson Storm, SCU Eagles, and Boomer Sooner. You can enjoy games like chess or Candyland while you dine in the cozy atmosphere, or sit outside and find yourself whisked away to the shore. Kick back with all your friends at Aloha, 8000 Northwest 39th Expressway. Call 405-633-7778, and remember that you can take that sunshine with you thanks to their drive-thru lane. Aloha Shaved Ice and Coffee Shop, 8000 Northwest 39th Expressway. 405-633-7778. This is Blake Nightingale State Farm, your local insurance agent over at 7304 Northwest Expressway. Here to tell you more about the business is Blake himself.
Hi, my name is Blake Nightingale, State Farm insurance agent located at 7304 Northwest Expressway here in Oklahoma City. I've been a State Farm agent since 2018. We've got 5 licensed staff members here, and we do everything from auto, home, life insurance, and health insurance. And we're real passionate about helping people. And we love youth sports, and we sponsor a lot of local teams here. And so, like I always tell people, like a good neighbor, we're here to help you.
Just like you heard from Blake, Blake Nightingale State Farm is here to help you protect what's important to you, because your car and home aren't just things. They're where you make your memories. Visit Blake and his friendly staff at 7304 Northwest Expressway and call them at 405-728-1313. Like a good neighbor, Blake Nightingale is there. Do it best at Evans Hardware. Since 1965, Evans Hardware has provided Midwest City with top quality home improvement supplies and a one-of-a-kind shopping experience. At 1021 South Douglas Boulevard, Evans Hardware is family owned. It has the right products for every situation, including DIY projects, professional contracting, or quick fixes. Their satisfaction guarantee and quick turnarounds mean you'll always find what you need. So visit Evans Hardware in Midwest City. Or call 405-732-1898. That's 405-732-1898. Evans Hardware in Midwest City.
We kind of want to show off our trailer today. We offer a lot of services all around the metro. We go within 130 miles.
Recently did a house that was 70 to 80 feet. We did it in 2 days. No trouble shooting it. We were in and out. Make sure the customer was really happy with the work.
With liner, it's trenchless, it's headacheless. Any old cast iron, any Orangeburg, any clay pipe that's pre-existing inside or outside, we can go in and completely reline the inside of that pipe. It turns it all into one solid pipe. You never have to worry about root intrusions. You never have to worry about settling or bellying. Overall, it's a really good product. I highly advise that. If you need anything, give us a call. Everything comes guaranteed. We do make it as trenchless and as headacheless as possible for you guys. Thank you.
C&J Sporting Goods at 6604 Northwest 38th Street has been serving Bethany and the Metro for over 30 years, with 3 generations ready to serve you with the best shopping experience of product knowledge and customer service anywhere, with a wide selection of guns, ammo, ear and eye protection, law enforcement equipment, hunting, camping, and survival gear. If they don't have it, they will order it for you. Veteran owned and family operated. Call 405-789-8102. C&J Sporting Goods. At the home of the Gotta Have It, you'll find Apple Tree Antique Gallery, located in the heart of downtown Bethany at 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway. Enjoy spacious shopping with up to 77 unique vendors across more than 10,000 square feet, offering everything from jewelry and clothing to one-of-a-kind treasures and so much more. Don't miss our third Friday weekend specials every month. And yes, we're open Sundays. Call us at 495-0602. Apple Tree Antique Gallery in Bethany, home of the Gotta Have It.
Tanko Mechanical, Electrical, and Plumbing is a commercial and industrial contractor. They offer end-to-end client experience that includes seamless communication, budgeting, staffing, on-site organization, and a solid quality handiwork every time. The past projects include both new construction and repairs and restoration. Occupied and fully operational job sites are never a problem. They can also plan, manage, and build multi-phase jobs. We are a turnkey plumbing, electrical, HVAC, and mechanical contractor. Tanko Company, give them a call at 405-255-7804. Again, that's 405-255-7804. Tanko.
And we're back out of break. Okay, segment number 2. We're on the game plan. Gospelzation.com sports and talk. That's now starting to come back to me how to do the intros in and out without a sponsorship read.
Yeah.
We're live in Oklahoma City. Thanks everybody that's tuning in. Shout out my mom. They're visiting grandparents down in Ardmore now. Now my family's all hanging out, so if they're watching, hi. Sorry I can't be down there with you. Had work. But no, it was good to see. It was good to see them all yesterday. On this segment, we're talking about high school basketball. We're going to recap the Bethany season, talk about some news that's come out over the now officially off season for the team and where they go next. So, Bethany high school basketball on the men's side, or the boys' side, I was reminded last night.
Yep, it's the boys' side.
I'm very used to the college way. Okay, that's all. The guys got to quarterfinals. They played at the Coliseum against number 1 Douglas, lost to them by 3. You know, it was a game. Of all games, it was one.
Yes, it was.
Yes. Brady went off for like 26 and 12 rebounds, double-double. You know, it was probably close to triple at some point, but no one else had more than 6.
Yeah.
It was just kind of one of those games. Yep. But they still, to only lose by 3 after a game like that, it told me that, okay, maybe this Douglas team isn't as good as the record says, because they should have killed us. But they couldn't shoot.
Yeah.
They couldn't shoot at times, and they really struggled once we changed our defense to zone.
Yes.
So it's like, okay, maybe this Douglas team isn't all that. They would go on to win the next round against Mount St. Mary, though that was only by 2, 50-48.
Yes.
Before they finally had their comeuppance against Cassia Hall.
And they got butchered by Cassia Hall, right? They
29.
Yeah.
Yeah, 29-point loss there.
I remember seeing that when the score popped up at home, and it was like, okay, something went wrong.
Yeah. I mean, the way the game had went, I remember saying this on the broadcast, maybe in the post game, that like if Douglas plays more games like they had against us, they'll win it all.
Yeah.
But if they meet a team that makes it more than one possession, they'll probably lose. That's eventually what happens.
Yes.
Now, on the Bethany side, you come in as the number 11 seed, right? You're towards the bottom. You went through area on the loser side. Tough draw anyways. You don't want to see Douglas that early on. You don't want to see Cassia Hall that early on. The Rock Creek, Fort Gibson game, that was really good.
Yeah.
That was right before ours. That one was really good. But I'm not even sure you would have wanted to see Mount St. Mary. They were the number 13 team, but they won 80-38 over Catoosa.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know if you want to have met them in the first round. So, of all the draws they got, maybe you switch it to that one. But I think this one was actually Bethany's best chance of winning. So, it was tough to see them come up just short, but they had a successful year. Because, as we said in segment number 1, the Bethany guys were actually predicted to finish worse than the girls were.
Yes, they were.
And they actually finished slightly better.
Yeah.
So to say they overperformed under head coach Josh Holliday's first season as the head guy is an understatement. They really overperformed what people were expecting. They finished number 11 in the class, like just barely in the top half, just barely below top 10.
Yeah.
Now, their star player, Breck Brady, and, well, I said the other star, Den Jaggers, are now all moving on. Brady is transferring to Mustang High. Jaggers, along with the other seniors, is graduating. So now they are kind of likely almost going to be in that same transitionary period that the girls team is in, right?
Yes.
Just under a different method, if you will.
They'll be in the same boat that the Bethany girls were in last year, where they lose key players of their starting unit, and now we're going to see who's going to step up.
Yeah, they've got a couple players. I mean, some guys that have a year or 2 years left that have been seeing quality minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like for them it is a little bit more of a question mark, because you've got they didn't have a very big rotation by the end of the year.
No, they didn't.
It was starting 5 plus Kiefer Neal Brobson.
Yes.
That was really it, 8 players.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of guys that weren't seeing time, but still a couple. That's 2 guys, Neal and Brobson, that are going to stick around, hopefully, if they did get quality minutes. So they'll have their guys to fill the roles, but it's who's the new face, right? And that's the unanswerable question. Is it a guy coming up? I'm pretty sure they've got good players. Are they going to get a transfer in from outside?
Yeah.
Because no matter who comes, it's going to be tough to fill the role of Breck Brady.
Yes.
And what about the guys that play other sports? Like, does Sidness come back?
What about Brady on the football team? That's a loss. Brady was all over during the football season as well.
Starting tight end, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
He was a mini Travis Kelce out there in some of those games, man. He was that good.
Yeah. He had a couple of games where I remember him talking about it. Like, he was that good, but that's why he left, right? Because I know I'll say, I've got a tweet in front of me.
Yeah.
Word for word.
Okay.
Thankful for my time at Bethany since 8th grade and for the coaches who poured into me on and off the field. After a lot of processing and prayer, my family and I have decided that I'll be moving to Mustang after spring break. Excited for this next chapter. So he hadn't even waited till the end of the semester. He's gone after this week.
Yeah.
Now, it's tough, but it's obviously well thought out.
Yeah.
I know at times we thought he was going to Florida because we knew he was hunting for that next level, and we had known that off the record for a little bit.
Okay.
But now that it is all officially announced, we can talk about it more openly. The kid can go to any college he wants.
Yeah.
Like, that's no secret.
And isn't he he's the youngest of his family, right?
He has a younger brother.
Does he still has a younger brother?
Yes, Brock Brady.
Brock. Okay. All right. So. Wow, I didn't realize the Brady's had that many kids.
Yeah. All of them D1 athletes, by the way.
Oh yeah, I mean, Brock's 6'5", and his sister's what, 6'1", 6'2"?
Yeah.
And she's playing volleyball at the D1 level in Kansas, so so it is a family of athletes, and so that isn't surprising. But so, well, it's that time of year. It's life is nothing but change, and change is afoot, and so.
So this is the biggest question Coach Holliday has to face.
Yeah.
How about that? How do you fill that position? And you're now going into your second year as a head coach.
Yeah, and I'm sure he and the football coach are probably both on the phone with each other today, going, okay, who you got? And he's like, I got this list, and you got that list, and let's look and see who's going to help us both.
We'll see. Again, I don't envy the job right there.
No.
That's almost like we're talking about college and recruiting. It's crazy.
And yeah, that was the big change from the 20th century to the 21st century is what this has done at this, even down to this high school level. And it's I don't envy any of those coaches and what they're dealing with, because it's going to be a mind blower. on the level of Douglas went through. They eventually lost to who won the 4A level?
Cash Hall.
Catch Hall, yeah. And then then we had what was happening at the 6A level as well. I mean,
which I can pull up real quick.
Yeah, 6A girls was PC North, and they went on a tear through the 6A level. I mean, they beat Bixby. They crushed Bixby. So nobody was touching them this year either, because that one popped up on my radar. And who was it? Carl Albert? Who was the one in 5A?
You might be right about that.
I think they were showing the highlights, from Friday night and Saturday night.
No, they lost to Newcastle by 1.
Newcastle. Oh.
Yeah, that was 44-43.
Newcastle. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Newcastle.
but Carl Albert did have their run because they went through Booker T. Washington, Dell City, and almost Newcastle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they were the favorites for that one either.
No.
They were high, right? They were up there, but not the
they
favorites.
were. Okay. Well, they were buzzer beaters even at the high school level this year. They were buzzer beaters like crazy. So, you were in the new arena. So
Yes.
I've been there yet. What's it look like?
Nice. It's very nice. It is. Everything you heard about it is true. It's nice. They had set up stands on this side and this side. They had a VIP section. They had a section for the teams. The court was awesome. They had the giant projector and screens above.
Oh.
They had tables set up in the stands for all the radio broadcasts with wired internet hubs. It was concession stands up above. Like, it was the real deal.
Wow.
It is the real deal.
That's great. Because last time I was in there was in the 20th century for a concert, and and it was like it was starting to get run down then. And then there have been other people that have we've done. In the course of this job I've done, I've had people were down there for their games and stuff, and then I kept hearing about off the record people were like, by that time Maps 3 had passed, and so it was locked in that we were going to get the new arena and a new big house, and they were like, it's about time, guys, because it's just it was not the old arena. I know people in this town did not like losing the old arena, but I was like, guys, it wasn't going to last much longer. I mean, it just wasn't.
Yeah, I'm new to it all, so I didn't know anything.
The technology side alone with the internet and stuff like that, there was just no any needing for video screens and all that. It just wasn't there anymore. It wasn't going to keep up.
Sounds like long overdue. See, I had no history with the thing, so I didn't know anything about it. But I had heard people talking about the new one all year long.
And the last several years, I mean, it got to the point where the 6As and the 5As wouldn't even play in the old big house. Because they all had built new gyms since 2000. So they were holding their events at the Lloyd Noble, or they were holding events at, Jinx High or Broken Arrow High, or, over here in Deer Creek High, or Edmond, because they were newer facilities. But this year, that's one thing I don't know if you saw at the 6A 5A level. Even though they played like at Lloyd Noble, or they played at Edmond, they all ended up playing their title games at the new big house. They all went there. So that was one nice thing I loved about what the OSSAA did this year. Everybody got to at least play one game there.
It was pretty nice. Yeah, because they had like 3 different sites, but yeah. Big, it did the presentation right. I'll tell you what, they did the presentation right.
That's cool. That's another feather in our cap.
Yeah. And we're done with segment number 2. On this upcoming segment, we're going to talk about some other sports: indoor track, swimming. They were all doing their thing in the winter. So we'll recap those and then probably close this stuff out with a look ahead, maybe some college, maybe some pro. We'll see what we get to.
Yep.
It's a game plan. Luke Young, Mike Gannon talking about all of this stuff. Winter recap for the high school sports. Back after this.
John Campbell is your local health market agent that specializes in Medicare. Instead of talking through an 800 number, talk face-to-face with your local agent, John Campbell, to answer all your questions and find the company that best fits your needs. John Campbell Health Market serves Yukon, Bethany, and the surrounding area and will travel across the state of Oklahoma to meet with you. Call John Campbell Health Markets at 405-200-8414. Call 405-200-8414. Grandview Windows and Doors is a proud sponsor of the Bethany Broncos and a part of the community serving all of Oklahoma City area with a mission to provide our customers exceptional window and door solutions. Locally owned and operated, Grandview Windows and Doors is your window and door specialist. Drop on by our showroom to get the latest colors, styles, and special pricing just in time for the fall. Call 405-787-0230 and visit us on Facebook, Grandview Windows and Doors.
Stan's Plumbing is your locally owned, full-service, licensed, and bonded plumbing company, proudly serving the Oklahoma City Metro for over 30 years. Stan's provides all types of plumbing services like faucet and toilet repairs, sewer repair, and trenchless pipe replacement, water heater repair and installation, both tank and tankless, plus drain cleaning and jetting. All plumbers arrive with fully stocked trucks and can resolve your plumbing problems in a timely manner. Since 1988, Stan's Plumbing has held itself to a higher standard in plumbing. Call 405-721-5100 to schedule your appointment. Stan's Plumbing, Valley Service in a dirty business. 405-721-5100. When technology has you screaming at the office, call Simplify Tech Solutions at 405-981-1011. Located at 4221 North MacArthur Boulevard, Simplify Tech Solutions features IT management, business phone systems, manages Wi-Fi, and offers repair and support. Simplify your Wi-Fi before the emotional breakdown by calling Simplify Tech Solutions. Locally owned and operated at 405-981-1011. 405-981-1011. Simplify Tech Solutions.
Ship It Sooner at 210 North Mustang Mall Terrace is your packaging and shipping headquarters for Mustang and the surrounding area, using all major carriers. Sign up now for your private mailbox and enjoy the benefits a post office box does not offer. Faxing, printing, copies, notary service, and passport photos. Ship It Sooner is locally owned and operated. Call 405-256-6264 or go to shipitsooner.com.
Name brands and more for less at Victory Mattress Outlet. Welcome to Victory Mattress Outlet, 7101 Northwest Expressway in Oklahoma City. Family owned and operated Victory Mattress Outlet has options for every budget, like quality 10-inch beds to high-end luxury mattresses fit for a king. You're the winner here. Shop pillows, protectors, bedroom sets, and more. And remember, the friendly people at Victory Mattress Outlet can help deliver, assemble, and set up your mattresses and furniture. Call 405-510-6988 and never pay retail price for top brands again. Victory Mattress Outlet, 7101 Northwest Expressway, 405-510-6988. That's 405-510-6988. Victory Mattress Outlet, where your best night's sleep costs less.
All right, we're back officially. Halfway point of the show has passed, segment number 3. The game plan here on the GospelStation.com Sports and Talk. Brand new layout in the office, by the way. First time we've been doing this show here. I'm a little bit on this side of the screen here. The camera's pointing to the door here, but it looks all right. I don't think it looks too bad. We could have a nice guest sit right here. Plenty of room. Yeah, I think we can do this well. Well, hey, on this segment, we're talking about some of the other sports we haven't caught outside of basketball, swim, track and field, maybe throw in some powerlifting results and things like that. Yeah. So let's get into all of that now. And I've got a big list of results from the swim state meet. We're going to go through all the Bethany guys. Luke Young, Mike Gannon talking it up. So a bunch of actually really young swimmers performed really well at state this year. And the first one that pops up here is freshman Brooklyn England, who got second place in the girls' 100-yard freestyle at state. Her seed time was a minute even. How do I say this? 1:00.31. So a minute and 31 milliseconds, I guess is the best way to say that. Yeah. She finished with a final time of 58 seconds and 47 milliseconds.
Whoa. Okay, so wait, she was at 1 minute 0.31 seconds?
Yeah.
And then what the six silver with what time?
0.47, sorry.
She saved almost 2 seconds.
Yeah.
That's impressive. That's Olympic level. Oh my goodness. Somebody make a phone call.
Yeah, she finished in between a pair of juniors, by the way, from Cassidy and Duncan. The first place finish only had 0.3 on her, 58.17.
That's a fingernail.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive right there.
Like I said, someone make a phone call to the U.S. Olympic Committee. Let's get this girl on this radar, man. Olympics are in 2 years. She can qualify.
In that same event, Gwen Berry finished 11th the sophomore in girls 100-yard freestyle. She, let's see, 3 seconds off of her time.
Whoa.
Not bad either. Went from about a 112 to a 109.
That's really good.
Yeah, not a bad improvement there either. There was a team event that they all placed really well at, but actually it's Brooklyn again on this time 100-yard backstroke. She finished 4th in this one.
Okay.
She shaved off just under 2 seconds from seed to finals time in backstroke, 109.57 to 107.87.
That's good.
She finished behind a sophomore, a junior, and a senior, by the way.
Okay.
Definitely the youngest in the top 10, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's going to be a very, very good swimmer for her next couple of years.
Like I said, she's 14. I don't know. I just remember back in the day, there were 16-year-olds who competed at the Olympics. I think Ledecky competed at 16, and there were a couple others back in the 80s and 90s. I don't know what these restrictions are now, but if she can't make the 28 team, she's definitely going to make the 32 team.
In the girls' 200-yard freestyle relay, a team of Broncos got 3rd place. That was Mary Hoisington, Hannah Blood, Harper Brown, and Brooklyn, England, which is 3 sophomores and a freshman that Bethany is rolling out and getting 3rd place at state, by the way. Great job. I mean, what else can you say? 32 points. 2nd place was 34. 1st was 40.
Yeah.
Like, they were neck and neck with a lot of upperclassmen just looking at the roster sheets right here, looking at the results. So, hey, I'm guessing that Bethany's swim going to be pretty good for a little bit to come.
Yep.
On the 400-yard freestyle relay, the team got 3rd. That included Harper Brown, Quinn Berry, Emma Blood, and Mary Hoisington. 3 sophomores and a freshman on that one.
Okay.
And then the men's side, the boys' side, the guys' side, was a little bit further down. They had a bunch of, let's see, I think it's top 20 finishes, but I don't think they had much top 10. But still, again, a good performance for them. Overall, looks like women finished, and I'm not saying it says it on the sheet, on the results sheet. Women's finished 6th, guys finished 16th.
Okay.
And that's out of 15 on women's, 19 on men's side. So there is your full recap on the state swim meet for Bethany High School. Women did really good, and it says women on the OSSAA sheet. So I'm not just saying that because I'm used to college. They did really good. So we've got to congratulate them all, though.
All right.
Okay. Now that spiel has gone out and that's out of the way, let's talk about indoor track.
Okay.
So they're obviously an outdoor track and field now, but the indoor season was very successful as well. We even had a school record broken.
Woo.
And I mentioned it a couple of times, but the only Arta Calderon broke a school record with a 6 foot 5 inches high jump.
Wow.
Which, that's taller than I am. How you do that?
That's Brady's. That's how tall Brady is.
Yeah.
He's 6'5".
He got, 6'4" at state, and then came back later on and got 6'5". On March 3rd, 2026, high jump, 6 feet 5 inches.
Yep.
Why is he not playing basketball? Like,
at the very least, you can teach him to rebound.
At the very least, that'll fill Brady's spot. He can rebound over anybody with that kind of height.
I said, man, let's get this. Yeah, I said, man, let's get him. If he doesn't have coordination, at least let him rebound.
Yeah.
Be Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, no kidding. Calderon also finished 1st place in high jump at the OCC TCA indoor state meet. He was 1st place all-starter D2 state champion. That was the 6'4" jump. Isaac Hickman, 5th place D2 pole vault. Morgan McNutt, 1st place state champion 1,600 meter run. Her final time was 5 minutes 34 seconds and 34 milliseconds. Freshman, by the way.
Yep.
Annabelle McGee, 3rd place 60 meter hurdles. Her final time under 10 seconds, 9.88. Which is still ridiculously impressive. I ran hurdles. I know how tough that is.
Yeah.
That's tough. Sawyer Staten, 12th place D2, 1,600 meter run. And I think that was it for all of the posts about, that's it. Those were all the best performers from the indoor state meet. And I can't get past the 6'5" thing, man. Pole vault, high jump, I'm white. I don't know. I never had hops. I don't know what it is.
Well, what pull up the Olympics from last time. Look at some of these those European guys that in the pole vault, man. They're like unreal.
Yeah, but see, I'm the stereotypical. no, it's you can't say enough about that kind of performance in high school. It's just nuts.
Yeah.
Just nuts. And powerlifting had been going as well, along with a bunch of other different activities. So the way Bethany splits it up is there are activities and athletics. Some count for some don't. I don't really know how they decide it, but we will give a shout out to like the powerlifting team and the esports team was doing stuff, and I think their activities like robotics was out doing things. They all had their
robotics is the Discovery Channel show BattleBots. They build the robots and they throw them in the arena and beat each other up.
I'm just saying. I saw someone on, I think it was TikTok, that had a robotic arm with like a Nerf gun that was hooked up to some sensor, so it followed where you looked and you could shoot it.
Just like a Predator.
I'm just saying. One of those kids could absolutely build a robot arm that I could use on our broadcast. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Stream, camera, rosters. I'm good to go. I don't miss a moment of the action. Someone get me in contact with their robotics team. I need to speak to them yesterday.
All right.
Well, that takes us about to the end of segment number 3. I'm going to work on getting that robot arm and break, so we'll be back after that. Number 4, we're going to maybe talk a little bit about college, some of the spring sports that are going on, the current happenings in the pro scene. Then we'll be done with this one. It'll be about 5. So thanks for watching. This is the game plan, the winter recap version here on the GospelStation.com Sports and Talk. Luke Young, Mike Gannon, sitting down in the studio here in Oklahoma City. Back right after this commercial break.
Lilygrass Flowers and Decor is rooted in rich history dating back to 1979 in the precious memory of Flowers by Roy. Alicia Rankins and staff have carried the commitment to only offer the finest, unique floral arrangements with same-day delivery locally and nationally. What you envision, we make reality at Lilygrass Flowers and Decor, 7101 Northwest Expressway. Call Lilygrass Flowers and Decor at 721-1813 and begin a new memory.
Are you looking for some hair, some virgin hair, some extensions? Well, come to Alchemy Ming Virgin Hair and Boutique. We have moved to 10709 North Rockwell Avenue, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Suite D. Come and see all the styles from your best hairstylist, your favorite hairstylist, the award-winning hairstylist of the year, Jasmine J.G. Garrett Whitten.
Stephanie's Vintique and the Plaster Paint Company is all Oklahoma made at 3821 Asbury in Bethany, featuring vintage, chalk paint, antiques, clothing, vegan soaps and lotion, homemade cards, decor, and furniture. And space is available for rent to start your own business at Stephanie's Vintique and Plaster Paint Company. Call 405-249-3604 and see why people are coming from all over the metro for this paint and decor. Or you can visit us at theplasterpaintcompany.com and also see us on Facebook. Stephanie's Vintique and Plaster Paint Company in Bethany. Start your Vintique experience.
This is Blake Nightingale State Farm, your local insurance agent over at 7304 Northwest Expressway. Here to tell you more about the business is Blake himself.
Hi, my name is Blake Nightingale, State Farm insurance agent located at 7304 Northwest Expressway here in Oklahoma City. I've been a State Farm agent since 2018. We've got 5 licensed staff members here, and we do everything from auto, home, life insurance, and health insurance. And we're real passionate about helping people. And we love youth sports, and we sponsor a lot of local teams here. And so, like I always tell people, like a good neighbor, we're here to help you.
Just like you heard from Blake, Blake Nightingale State Farm is here to help you protect what's important to you, because your car and home aren't just things. They're where you make your memories. Visit Blake and his friendly staff at 7304 Northwest Expressway and call them at 405-728-1313. Like a good neighbor, Blake Nightingale is there. Nobody gives you more. We have great news for you today, folks. Toro Taxes at 5909 Northwest Expressway, Suite 249 can help with all your tax refund needs. Toro Taxes specializes in helping our community get the maximal refund possible, and their team of experienced tax professionals guarantees reliable, efficient, personalized services. Call 580-275-8933 and talk to Toro. 100% secure digital and in-person processes with services in both English and Spanish. Schedule your appointment today and let the experts handle your tax return. 5909 Northwest Expressway, Suite 249. Call 580-275-8933. Don't leave money on the table. Toro Taxes.
We return from break for the final time here on segment number 4. It's the game plan. You're on the gospelstation.com sports talk approaching 5 p.m. After this, we're going to send you over to EPH 5:11 p.m. Hope you enjoy that show. But for us now, Luke Young and Mike, we are just wrapping up this one, kind of taking a look ahead at spring, what comes next for the high school, what comes next for the station, what we got coming up. And it starts with baseball and soccer. So tomorrow, Southwestern Christian University baseball at home, some college stuff. I believe the first pitch is at noon. I'll be out there broadcasting that game. I'll be on the call, so we invite you to tune in. It's on, obviously, the Gospel Station, Sports and Talk, but also the SAC Sports Network if you want to tune in. Wednesday, I'm going to have a show at Ship It Sooner. It'll be another episode of the game plan. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, it is the Tuttle baseball tournament, which Tuttle is in, Bethany is in, Chickasha, Newcastle, Elgin, I think, is in it. Can't remember all the teams off the top of my head, but I know for sure we're going to cover all the Tuttle and Bethany games. So we'll be out there catching quite a few this weekend. So there's going to be a lot of baseball coming up for those that are interested in that one big tournament here. I believe also Blake is going to come out and help with some of those. So if you want to hear the new guy on the call, tune into those as well. After this, soccer returns to action. They don't play at all spring break. They return on the 24th. At Community Christian School down in Norman. Then they have the Stillwater Cup, a tournament of their own up in Stillwater, Oklahoma, the same week that baseball has our Bethany tournament.
Oh.
So, I want to go catch some soccer, but also I don't want to drive to Stillwater. So we'll probably do the home one and just broadcast all those games. So that's probably what the plan is there. But soccer would return on March 31st. They've got Ada, Cash, and Hera all at home, all in a row. So there's 3 games, right? They're end of March, beginning of April. We can get out and catch. Quick score updates for you. They were in Clinton last night. Looks like that score isn't posted, but before that, let's see. Find it here. I have to go back actually a little bit now. All right, here you go. Before that, they had Woodward and Santa Fe South on the 6th and the 10th. Lost to both of them on the boys' side. The girls' side, though, I think it's fared slightly better, though they both were missing players due to basketball not being over yet. Girls beat Woodward, lost to Santa Fe South. Again, same thing as the guys' side, Community Christian, Stillwater Cup, all coming up. But yeah, Regier, Harris, Donley, I think, all play soccer on the girls' side. And on the guys' side, I think it's Seth and some of the guys that we didn't see, some of the guys that stay on the bench for sure.
Yeah.
I can't remember them all off the top of my head. There's a few of them, but I know Griner at least will definitely be back out there. Probably a pretty good chance you see someone like a Dempsey Neal out there again, if memory serves. But we'll have to wait till we're out there to see for sure. Stunt is also back in action. They recently had a meet against Weatherford and Tuttle where they beat Weatherford and I think just barely lost to Tuttle. 26-2 over Weatherford, 28-25 against Tuttle.
Okay.
And I've heard a lot about the Stunt team actually from what little I've been around there. The Stunt team apparently is pretty good again.
Yeah.
And that's another one just on the long list of Bethany sports that are really, really good again. Yeah, that was their first loss.
Yeah.
Win against Blanchard, win at home, win at Tuttle, and then they've got one coming up at home, looks like on the 26th. So Stunt's having a strong year. They're off to a good start. They don't have as many meets by nature of the sport, but I'm sure we'll be talking about them in the future. Then after that, I mean, it's really just what's going on in the pro scene and like college sports. We're getting ready for NCAA tournament, March Madness.
March Madness is here. NIT starts tomorrow night. Oklahoma State's in that. I think did the OU men take the invite?
They did not.
Okay.
They officially denied it.
Okay. So, but the Oklahoma State University is in the NIT. They play tomorrow night and they play tomorrow night at 7, I believe. And then the first 4 also are on Tuesday night, and then the tournament itself starts on Tuesday, Wednesday, and the tournament itself starts on, Thursday, Friday. And this year, Oklahoma City's hosting the first round, and so the first games are Thursday. We are a Thursday Saturday setup this year for us. So media day will be I think usually traditionally media day will probably be tomorrow. Wednesday, and then first day Thursday, and then second round will be on Saturday. So if you get the opportunity to go check it out, it is unreal. You think these guys are good, you think these guys are fast, and we get spoiled with the Thunder, but when you actually see these guys up close in person, it will blow your mind how good they are as athletes. I think I told you the story. My first opportunity was the first year that Oklahoma State at the Old Myriad. We got the opportunity to host the NCAA first round tournament. It was used. We got it because they wanted to use it to push for maps.
Okay.
The first maps, and it was a huge success. I had just started in this business. I was new to this business, and they sent me out for media day. And that year, we had two teams that were in the Oklahoma round. The team that eventually won the 1994 championship, Arkansas, and a team that won the 1995 championship, UCLA. They're both here. And I saw the Arkansas guys come on, and they were smooth and they were efficient, and it was no surprise that they went all the way because they were basically a 1 seed or a 2 seed that year. The one that scared me was standing there courtside, and seeing the UCLA guys who won the following year, and those guys were running a fast break, the full-blown fast break, Loyola Marymount, OU back in the day setup, and they were scary good. Unfortunately, they were a little too young, and they lost. They didn't get out of Oklahoma City. But boy, the next year when they won, I was not surprised. So I said, you get the opportunity, go down, check it out, check out these teams, and have a good time.
Yeah,
especially the Paycom.
That'll be easy to do, having a good time down there. Although now that we're bringing up tournaments, the CBI, College Basketball Invitational, is not playing this year. It says, but the post I saw says it's only ever missed 1 year since 2008, and it's not going to be played this season. It says, due to circumstances beyond our control, the CBI will not be held this year. We'll see you next year. So not full shutdown, but not playing this year.
Oh boy.
No other word beside that I've heard.
All right.
But hey, the field is set for March Madness, the NCAA tournament. OU in on the women's side. Let's see, we are, I believe, number 4.
Yeah, 4.
Number 4 on the South Carolina, Iowa, TCU side of things.
And they're hosting at Lloyd Noble.
Yeah.
They're playing in Idaho.
Number 13. Yep.
And then
that's March 20th, right? 4 days.
Yeah, and then Oklahoma State's going to LA. Oklahoma State women's. They're going to LA, and they're playing on that side of the bracket.
Because they're number 8 over there, and they've got Princeton in their first match.
Yeah.
And the winner of that probably goes on to play UCLA.
We'll play UCLA.
Yeah, good luck with that. But
yeah,
that's going to be a cool trip at least.
Yeah, and if you haven't heard, Porter Moser had his contract renewed by OU after Friday's loss. They won 19 games, and they were last out on the bracket, and everybody was saying on the selection show, if they had just won one more game, if they'd hit the magic number of 20, they'd been in the tournament.
Yeah.
But they only had 19.
Yeah, it's tough. But again, we talked about it before the show started, right? It's like with the first half they had to even get that close.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. They beat some good teams.
They beat some good teams on the stretch and really made a run and impressed a lot of people and impressed the athletic director. And that's why the coach is coming back.
Yeah, and honestly, at this point, I agree with it. Seems to be the right decision. Back to the girl side of it, Aaliyah Chavez, National Freshman of the Year.
Boom.
Yep, not just SEC.
Yeah, she didn't get the SEC award, but she got the national award.
The national award. And I saw that actually from KREF. They had a pretty funny caption. Finally, someone gets it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's nuts too. Women's gymnastics, #1 seed for the SEC tournament.
Yeah, right.
For OU, as they seem to always be.
Yes. We both got to watch the OU women's play. We didn't watch the Thunder game. We watched the OU women's game because they're finally on regular television, cable television. They weren't just an internet only feed like they've been for the last 3 weeks. So
yeah, and it was a good game.
And it was a good game.
Auburn for softball, and baseball had A&M, which that was the rubber game on that Sunday.
Yeah.
When it was like 11-11 in the 8th, went down to the final out.
Yeah.
Like we had really good weekends for OU sports. And speaking of baseball, Oklahoma baseball has moved up to #8 in the top 25, moved up 1 spot from #9. A&M fell 1 to #23 after that loss series against us. First week of SEC play, get a ranked win against an opponent, you get tested, you find a way to battle back and win it. I'm just saying. I'm kind of hype on OU baseball this year.
And I am seriously hyped on OU softball. They looks like they got their mojo back, folks. They got their mojo back in enough force, and the rest of the world needs to be scared of them again because, I mean, they're at the level that they were 3 or 4 years ago.
Fastest team ever to reach 100 home runs.
They're already at 100 home runs already.
What were they on pace for? 200?
Over 200.
Yeah. Yeah. Be scared. Be very scared.
Yes.
Then, if we're speaking of records, we can't not mention SGA.
Yeah.
No, it's 3 days old now, but
yeah, Friday night.
127.
Yeah. And then while we were watching the softball and the baseball, the SGA was struggling. He only had 4 points in the first half down at the Paycom. And it was about a minute and a half left in the game. He finally hit the 20th point, so he keeps the record streak alive on number of games at 20 points or more.
Yeah, against Minnesota. I didn't watch the game, so did they specifically try to shut him down?
It wouldn't surprise me at all. Another thing that some of the guys, some of the local TV guys were saying was they think it only ends if SGA gets set. If he's got 15 or 18 points. And they basically pull him for the fourth quarter to rest him. That's the only time that the streak will probably end.
Probably.
Which is because keeping him, scoring 20 points this day and age is not that difficult. Not like it was back when Will's day.
That's fairly true. I'd say that's to do it that long is impressive, but 20 points in and of itself in a game is. For a superstar.
For a superstar with the 3-point line being where it's at.
Yeah.
How pump point the three point is in this league now.
Right. Well, I think that actually about takes us to the end.
World Baseball.
World Baseball. Yeah, I knew I was missing one. OU beat the DR. It was controversial to say the least.
Yeah.
My thoughts are in 9th inning, 2 outs, 2 strikes, runners in scoring position. Doesn't matter if it's a ball or not, you can't take that pitch. It's too close.
Yeah.
And he got burned for it. I don't care if it was a missed call or not. That's why we have human umps. That right there is forever going to be my argument against robotic umps. That situation, that pitch, that close, can't take it. Doesn't matter if it's the wrong call or not. That's situational awareness, man. Pedromo didn't have it, and USA moved on because of it.
Yeah.
And because of Paul Skeens, but yeah.
and then of course what Smoltz said. Smoltz struck again. He's sitting there saying, but to paraphrase, he said, I hope he stays healthy because too many guys who pitch like him end up getting hurt. And it's like everybody on Twitter and verse and all that just kind of blew up and said, oh man. And I thought the same thing. I said, May 15th, right before Memorial Day weekend. And it's just, gets pulled in the third, and that night on SportsCenter, you'll be hearing they officially confirmed he'll be having Tommy John surgery. Say goodbye to skiing for the next 2 years.
At this point, I'm pretty sure he's like Chuck Norris, where the laws of physics obey Paul Skeens, not the other way around.
Or Nolan Ryan, who never had Tommy John surgery. Never got hurt.
I don't know. I like watching him pitch. What's funniest to me is that he's so hyped to be playing for Team USA, and he has to go back to Pittsburgh after this. Which I wish he would come to Boston. Like, I would love watching that guy throw in a Red Sox uniform. It would be the best thing ever.
How much time has he got left on this contract?
He's still on his rookie contract, right?
Give it a couple of years. He'll be there. You're just going to outbid the Dodgers and the Yankees to get him.
I mean, we can do that. Will they do that?
That's what I'm saying. With your ownership group, man, I wonder about you guys.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Well, that's a conversation for another show. We're at the end of ours. Thanks for everybody for tuning in to this episode of The Game Plan. It's 5 o'clock p.m. Central Time, so we got to get out of here. Luke Young, Mike Gannon, we had a lot of fun on this one. Back at the studio. Thanks for watching. Have a great day yourselves. Look forward to all the spring sports we got coming up. But until then, we'll catch you next time. Have a great day. God bless.